Welcome to Yeshiva Spanzo Nishmas Hamyak Shom Lev Basitzchok. We're holding in Basra daf this. This is the daf that we learned on Yom Kippur. And we're going to be starting, and we got to a few lines down of Kuftes Amud Aleph. The Gemara that we're about 7 or 8 lines down regarding She'er. Where are we holding right now? The Gemara brought a drasha. It says the pasuk, you give the Yerusha to son, not son, daughter. If not daughter, brother. If not daughter, uncle. And then it says She'er Korev Elev. So the more dash that Korev Elev, the Korev tells you have to move She'er to the middle. Where do you move it to? So the more said the previous daf that you move She'er to the third spot. If someone dies, you give it to the son. Not to the son, to the daughter. And then there, if not to the daughter, you give it to the father. If not to the brothers, then to the uncles. The Gemara before said maybe say before the son. Then the Gemara said maybe before the daughter. The Gemara said no. Now the Gemara says, maybe the father comes before the uncle, not before the brother. Now instead of being third spot, maybe he's fourth spot. Maybe now we'll continue the drush like we said before. Could it be before the brother? That's you learn Korev Kodim. So we know that it needs to be close, but not too close. We know you have to move him earlier. He's not the last one. But where do you move it to? So before we say move it to the third spot, after the son and the daughter, who said maybe move it to the fourth spot. Says the Gemara, I don't need a pasuk for the uncles. Why? Because the uncles are getting from whom? Because the father died. In other words, it goes to the father. If there's no father, it goes to the brothers of the father. That's called mishmush. Mishmush means if there's no father, even though he died, it moves during his death and goes to the next stage. If the father is alive, you give it to the brothers. Okay, so from here you see that the uncle, the pasuk doesn't have to tell me that the father comes before the uncles, because the uncles will get it from the father. That's what the pasuk. That's all korchoch, that the father comes before the brother. To tell you the father is before the brothers. So here, remember in the last daf, we brought a chakira of the achorim. Why do the brothers inherit the deceased? Is it directly, or is it through the father? Meaning, does it go to the father, and the father's not here, it goes to the brothers? Or it's directly the brothers from the deceased? Nafkamina, we brought up Nafkamina. One Nafkamina is that's the father had a lender. Does the lender come first? So if it goes through the father, yes. If it goes direct, no. Here, the Gemara very much, it goes direct. Because the Gemara tells me, I don't have to tell you the father comes before the uncles. Because the uncles only get it through the father. So that's why I have to tell you the father comes before the brothers. Because if not, the brother, it is a chiddush, the father comes before the brothers. Why is it a chiddush? The brothers get it only because the father. Masha very much, the brothers get it directly on their own, not because of the father. So the pasuk doesn't say that way. If there's no uncles, then you give it to the father. The pasuk can say that's one previous daf. Hakarev tells you have to move the she'er to be earlier. So the following Talmud is a different pasuk. Someone dies as no son. What does it mean? It says in the pasuk, "Vehevarto." It says, passing. You take it from the son and you pass over somebody else to give it to the daughter. Who's the somebody else you're passing? It says the more the father. I mean, the Torah is telling you I'm passing the father to give it to the daughter. So maybe the one you're passing is the brothers. So but you don't pass the father. Maybe it means you pass the brothers, not the father. So why you need the word ve'evart? What does that mean? Look at the Rishbam in the end of the last line. Rishbam says, that's what it's going to tell you. Don't say the word evarta. The Mimel should be lemechtiv im ein bas There's no daughter, you give it to the father. According to this pasuk, right? Meaning the Hochim, I have to say over here, as they fix it. The Torah is going in order. You give the son, you give it to the daughter. If no daughter, you give it to the brothers. You're not passing anybody. In other words, if you're right, according to this mandam, I don't know what the father's getting. So what the pasuk says, son, daughter, brothers. So why it says ve'avarta by the daughter? There's no need to say ve'avarta. As the Torah brings another pshat, you could have said nasato. The Torah brings two other pshatim over here. Ariudash. But the right, but but according to the Rishban, to stick to that, the word just saying, the pasuk says it's very clear. Son, daughter, brother. Right? It says Evarto. The Varta says you're skipping over somebody, or you're skipping over the father. Saying more, the man did not give me Evartim, I Sheiru Mavidle. One of the Medarsha from the Evartim. So what does he do with the drush of Sheiru that we said before that's for the father? Shei teaches that the husband inherits the wife. We'll see more about it later. The one who does with Sheiroi. What will do with Vartim? By all the other use, it says Nesina, Nasati. It says Vavar, tell you what. The one who transfers a Nechola to another Shevet is a daughter. Which means, if the daughter inherits her father, she marries someone from another Shevet, then Nechola will go to the other Shevet. So from here you see that's how it works. To tell you that if a daughter marries someone from another Shevet, then Nechola will move to the other Shevet. That's why it says, to tell you that Havaru will actually happen if the daughter, you would think maybe the daughter cannot, if the daughter is married to another Shevet, it will not move to another Shevet. Like the Taina gets to a Tzafchat. So more, that's how it works. Who says share is the father? Maybe the share is the mother. The father is called Mishpach, the mother is not called Mishpach. The only father is called Mishpach. One explanation we mentioned in the past that the father brings all the milas. The mother is to protect the existing. So the mila comes with the Mishpach itself. So the Mishpach says, Mishpach v'achti v'yin na'im v'yislechim Yehuda Mishpach Yehuda v'hu Levi v'hu Gershom. So here's a fascinating story. We'll go into it a little bit more in the Shom Machshava. We talk about here the grandson of Moshe Rabbeinu. As the Moshe is going to say, his name is Yohanan, and he was a koimer, he was a priest to Avodah Zarah. To the Avodah Zarah of Micha. It tells over here that there was a Nar Beis Lechem Yehuda, Mishpakas Yehuda, v'hu Levi. So the Gemara Aguva Kasha, Amar v'hu Levi, more understands Shevet Levi. Alami Levi also. Mishpakas Yehuda, Alami Yehuda also, but it says Mishpakas Yehuda, so is it Yehuda or Levi? And then what I have to say, the father is from Levi, because that's why he's a Levi. And the mother is Yehuda. They call Mishpakas Yehuda, and you say Mishpakas Yehuda. He's not Shevet Levi. His name is Levi. I need to call him Micha. Micha was very happy. The one in charge of the Zorah. It seems from here that he says the Levi, I'm so happy that my priest is a Levi. Why is it so happy that the priest is a Levi? By the way, you see from here, it says, Baruch Hashem, the priest of the Zarah is a Levi. It's funny to say that. It says going in, the Yisramili Gavro, the Shmei Levi. Yeah, he wasn't happy that he was a Levi, that his name was a Levi. So what Levi Shmoi Valo Yohinus Shmoi? His name is not Levi, his name is Yohinus. Shema Yohinus ben Gershon ben Menashe who ben Nova Yukoyan in the Shevet Adan. It says Yohinus and son of Gershon son of Menashe. Omer the Tamich ben Menashe Valo ben Moshe. He's not Menashe, it's Moshe. Chtim ben Moshe Gershon Eliezer. Gershon is the son of Moshe Rabbeinu. El mitok she'oso ma'aseh Menashe tlor kasu b'Menashe. He did like Menashe, the king that will be much later, that did over the Zorah. He was worshiping Avodah Zarah. He was working for Avodah Zarah. That's why he's called Menashe. Because he did what Menashe did, they came from Shevet Yehuda. In other words, he's not from Shevet Yehuda. He's not the son of Menashe. They give him these nicknames because he did something so bad. Now from here you see that whenever someone is doing something bad, you tell him Mikulkul. It says that Dunia was born after Shalom. The mother of Dunia is Chagis. Avshalom ben Malach, Avshalom the son of Malach. So myself Shalom, the more Malachus talks about Avshalom. In other words, yeah, because he came from. You want to say something, do something bad, you compare it to somebody else who did something bad. Just to mention over here, we said that the grandfather is called Menashe. So the Chidah brings that Moshe Rabbeinu is a Gilgal of Hevel, Shais, and Moshe. That's Moshe, Shais, Hevel. So down, he also came from Noach. But he completely fixed the problem of Noach. That's why we don't call Moshe with a nun. His grandson, David the Zara, comes back the nun, connect Noach. Menashe. Okay. A person should always connect to a good mishpacha. He married the daughter of Yisroi. Yonasan came after him because Yonasan would worship the Zara because he connected to Yisro as a daughter of he connected to Yisro who came from the Zara. Harun should also Bas Aminado, but Harun married Bas Aminado was a big tzaddik. Yotzon and Pirchos. Says more Pirchos led me Yisro Hasi. Pirchos Daka for Yisro. It says that Elazar took from the daughter's Patiel. My love, the Ostimi Yisro Shepiti by going over the Zara. Meaning that's Yisro who was Fatah going over the Zara. So what Lloyd Ostimi Yosef Shepit Pit Yisro. No. Patiel is Yosef the Peter Yisro. Follow Shrotim Evazim Yosef or Emerim Ben Puti is Shepit of Imoy a going over the Zara Yarim Yosishar Yisro. Against Pinchas, Am Yisrael were upset because he's a grandson of Yisrael. So he is going from Yisrael. So why is Pinchas better than Yonasan? Says the Mudaf Kufyudim with Aleph, Elai Yavudi Mimi Yosef, Imadi Mimi Yisrael, Yavudi Mimi Yisrael, Imadi Mimi Yosef. In other words, from one side he comes from Yosef, from the mother's side, one side he comes from Yosef, and one side he comes from Yisrael. They can have Nichtim Nois Putiel, Darti Shmamino. You're right? It says Putiel. Lashon Ra is Putil with the Vav with the Yud tells you he has two. He has Yisro and he has Yosef. So first you ask right away. So what does that help me? So he's also Maisa's grandfather is Yisro. What does that help? So the Shbam says it's not a third generation, not from Yosef. It's coming from an earlier generation. Because if one side is Yosef, one side is Yisro, that means it's probably a few generations before. The Torah says that because it's only from the mother's side. The father's side, he didn't come from Yisro. Mashenkin by Yonasan, his father came from his father came from the mother who was the daughter of Yisro. So that's what Torah says. The Maharshal says no. In the mother's side of Pinchas, there was a balance. One side was Yosef, one side was Yisro. So they cancel each other. Mashenkin, Yonasan. From his father, when he gets to the mother's father, it's all Yisrael. We don't know that it was a big tzaddik on the other side. And there's a Shem and Shumach will be married a little more just to understand. How do we understand the Yonasan, the grandson of Moshe Rabbeinu, he's a Kohen of Avodah Zarah? How can we understand such a thing? So it has to do the Micha is not a mamash of Avodah Zarah. Because it was mamash of Avodah Zarah. First of all, what do you see over here in our daf that the person says, "Thank you Hashem that I have the right Kohen." You say, "Thank you Hashem of Avodah Zarah." Micha was a mistake of how to interpret the Avodas Hashem. And that's why it's possible the grandson of Moshe Rabbeinu will have it. More about this, Beis Hashem, in the Shor Machshava. Have a wonderful day.